A woman hears her real voice again after 25 years thanks to AI and an old VHS tape. The youngest certified farmer in America earns a full-ride scholarship at just 10 years old. And in Australia, dogs are giving young people with disabilities real purpose and joy. Plus, our video of the week, can you identify the guitarist from this audio clip? Take a listen. I'll have the answer at the end of the show. It's Friday, August 29th, and this is the Feel Good Flyover. Hi, and welcome to the Feel Good Flyover. I'm your host, Amy Hess, and I'm so excited to unpack all the good stories this week. We've got a lot, so we're going to get ready for takeoff. We begin in London, where 59-year-old Sarah Ezekiel has been living with motor neuron disease for 25 years. She was just 34, pregnant with her second child, when she was diagnosed in 2000. Within months, she lost the use of her hands and her ability to speak. For decades, her children, Aviva and Eric, knew her voice only through a computer in a flat, robotic tone. Sarah says that losing her speech was the hardest part because it felt like she had lost her identity. But then came a remarkable discovery. Tucked away on an old VHS tape was a scratchy 8-second clip of Sarah talking while changing her baby's diaper back in the 90s. That tiny snippet was enough for a Bristol-based tech company called Smartbox to try something new. With the help of AI tools from ElevenLabs, they rebuilt Sarah's natural Cockney accent.
I love having my voice back. I almost cried when I first heard it. It was a very emotional experience.
I'm Sarah's son. I was born in June 2000. So Mum was diagnosed with motor neuron disease in April of that year.
For Sarah's daughter, Aviva, hearing her mom's voice for the first time was just as emotional. She says it helped her finally hear the real person behind the robot. And for Sarah, it's not just a voice restored, but her identity. She became an artist, an advocate, and now a reminder that technology can do more than restore speech. It can restore hope.
From my experience of living with this disease for 25 years, I always tell people with MND that with good technology and support, anything and everything is possible.
If you want to learn more about Smartbox assistive technology and Sarah's amazing journey, we have it linked in today's show notes. From London, we head to Atlanta, where 10-year-old Kendall Ray Johnson is already making history. She's the youngest USDA-certified farmer in the United States. Kendall started planting collard greens with her great-grandmother when she was just 3. By 6, she was the youngest certified farmer in Georgia. Today, she farms about an acre of land passed down through her family, growing everything from strawberries and peaches to tomatoes and okra, and sharing her harvest with the community. That passion has now earned her something remarkable, a full-ride scholarship to South Carolina State University. The $83,800 award covers tuition, books, fees, and room and board.
Hello, my name is Kendall Ray Johnson, and I'm the youngest certified farmer in the nation. Some of the things that I do as the youngest certified farmer in the nation, some things that I do is I go to schools and colleges like this to talk about the plant life cycle. I have done a lot of things for today. So first, we had a little meeting where they talked about the school's history and how it got started and some of the goals. We also did a meeting with the president of the school. Yeah, so the meeting with the president was amazing. They gave me a check and a scholarship for if I want to go to the school.
So if you come to South Carolina State University,
wow,
we are going to award you a full scholarship.
Let's go!
South Carolina State President Alexander Conyers calls Kendall Ray remarkable, noting it's not every day you meet a 10-year-old who talks about microorganisms, crop counts, and longhorn cattle. Her mom calls the moment amazing, and her dad says the family is simply following their daughter's lead because she never veered away from her love of farming. Kendall Ray is now a voice for young farmers across Georgia, proof that passion can take root early and grow into something extraordinary. If you want to watch the full video from the 1890 Research and Extension Program at South Carolina State University, we have it linked in today's show notes. From Atlanta, we journey across the globe to Boona, Australia, where the happiest school bus around doesn't carry children, but dogs. Every morning, trainer Jo McVilly loads up her minibus with over a dozen wagging passengers from a weekly roster of about 63 dogs. They're headed to Ironbark Dog Park, a custom-built adventure park where dogs get socialization, playtime, and care. The dogs know their routine and follow directions surprisingly well, including when it's time to leave the park and load back onto the bus one at a time.
In you go, Kate.
Hey.
Good girl. Okay, Mickey. Good girl. Waffles. Your name is Waffles, not Mickey. Up you go, Mick. Okay, Fizz gig. Fizzy, go. Go Fizz first. Good boy. Okay.
But this daycare isn't just about the dogs, it's also changing lives. For more than a decade, Jo has given young people with disabilities or from at-risk backgrounds real jobs, training, and friendships. For Sage Conway-Keogh, who is hearing impaired, working with the dogs is a dream job. She's now training as a professional groomer. And for Amber Katz, who lives with a brain injury, a tiny chihuahua named Charchi has become her safe companion, bringing her calm and connection. Families say the program is more than work experience. It's a place where loneliness lifts and confidence grows. If you'd like to see more of these adorable doggy adventures, the program has become a social media hit with over 3 million TikTok views. We've linked it in the show notes. As Jo puts it, my aim with the dogs is to help them find their happy place, but in the process, the humans find theirs too. Now for a few more stories making headlines this week. Quick reminders that good news can show up anywhere, sometimes when we least expect it. In Mexico, a quinceañera, a traditional coming-of-age celebration, nearly went unnoticed, but became an unforgettable bash. When few people showed up to 15-year-old Isela Santiago Morales' birthday, her dad posted on Facebook about the leftover food. That simple message sparked an outpouring of support. A local photographer offered a free shoot, and a DJ pledged music. And just weeks later, thousands packed the town stadium to celebrate her big day. Isela arrived in a pink gown to cheers, asking guests to bring toy donations for vulnerable children. Bands played past midnight, and the community even surprised her with a scholarship to pursue her dream of teaching and a small plot of land. For a quiet teenager whose family earns their living in sanitation work, it was more than a birthday. It was proof of her community wanting her to feel seen, valued, and celebrated. In North Carolina, 9-year-old Gordon Dunsmore loves golden retrievers so much, he offered to spend his allowance just to play with one. His mom, Jennifer, posted a weird question on 2 local community pages, asking if anyone might let her son meet their dog. She expected silence. Instead, more than 100 golden retriever owners replied, offering free playdates and flooding her inbox with photos. One of Gordon's new friends is Teddy, who spent an afternoon playing fetch and running in the yard. And now Gordon is on a mission to meet as many of the dogs as he can, snapping photos for his bedroom wall. His mom says she finally gets it. Golden retrievers are sweet, happy, and non-judgmental. Qualities the world could use a little more of. The family is now considering adopting a golden retriever. In Ontario, 85-year-old great-grandmother Carol Schminsky marked her birthday by skydiving, proving you're never too old to check off a bucket list dream. A retired bread delivery driver who volunteers at St. Mary's Ukrainian Catholic Church, Carol kept her tandem jump a secret from her family to avoid worrying them. She wasn't nervous, describing the experiences like a dream of falling, calm and surreal. Despite knee and shoulder replacements, making the landing was tough, and she's glad she did it while she could. Noting that Toronto hadn't had a 95-year-old jumper before her. Her grandson joked, "If someone said, 'Look, your Baba's running with the bulls,' I'd believe it." Carol, who's now eyeing ziplining, advises anyone with a dream, just do it, no matter your age. In one neighborhood, a 7-year-old's small business became the surprise of a lifetime. The boy started passing out flyers offering to roll garbage cans to and from the curb for $5 a week. When a neighbor asked what he was saving for, he said, "A Lamborghini." Inspired, the neighbor contacted the local Lamborghini dealership, which organized a parade of 10 to 15 supercars, including Lamborghinis, a Porsche, an Aston Martin, a Maserati, and more, all pulling up to his house. Sitting behind the wheel, the boy grinned ear to ear, calling it the best day of his life and saying, "This feels like a dream." For one afternoon, an ordinary block turned extraordinary, thanks to neighbors and a dealership rallying around a young dreamer. Links to photos and footage for all of these inspirational stories can be found in the show notes. It's time for our video of the week. Earlier in the show, I asked if you could identify the guitarist from this audio clip. Take another listen. You ready for the answer? Here it is. That's right. For those of you watching our video podcast, our mystery musician is a dog, strumming the strings with his wagging tail. The video went viral, and it's the perfect reminder, especially as we celebrate National Dog Day this week, that our furry friends have a way of surprising us and making us smile in the best possible ways. All right, it's time for Amy's altitude check, a moment to pause and let the good really sink in. This week's stories reminded me you are never too old, never too young, never too far gone, and never too anything for the goodness of God to show up in your life. As C.S. Lewis once said, you're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Paul wrote in 1 Timothy 4:12, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers." And Max Lucado reminds us, you're never too old, never too lost, never too broken, and never too late for God to use you. Whether you're just starting out or looking back over many years, His story for you is still unfolding. And it's never too early, never too late, never too far for His goodness to shine through. That's all for this week's Feel Good Flyover. I hope these stories lifted your spirits and reminded you that the good is always out there if we just take a moment to see it. And if you'd like to stay caught up on everything else happening in the world without the spin, join us every day for the Flyover podcast. My friend Ayla Brown has you covered on weekdays, and yours truly is with you on the weekends. It's your perfect companion for morning coffee, an afternoon walk, or winding down in the evening, all in about 15 minutes. Thanks for flying with us today, and I'll see you next Friday for more of the good stuff. Until then, remember to look for the good.